All right, here is your January 2025 real estate market update. I'm going to get into all the information for the cities of Temecula, Murrieta, and Menifee, California. We're going to talk about, average sales price, how many homes are coming up on the market, how many homes are available for you to choose from, and then how long the average home is taking to sell. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hey guys, hey again, my name is Justin Short. I'm a realtor and team leader with the Short Real Estate team here at Keller Williams in Temecula, California. And this video is our monthly staple. This is our monthly market update. So we're going to go over all the latest stats for the cities of Temecula, Murrieta, and Menifee, California. And we're going to compare them to 12 months ago and hopefully be able to give you some frame of reference about how the market has changed, how it hasn't changed. And I'll give you some information about what we're seeing on a daily basis as real estate agents as well. So before we get into all the information, if you are liking real estate videos like this, please do me a favor. Please hit like, please hit subscribe to the channel. Obviously it helps me, it helps my channel as we try to continue to grow it. And then if you guys have any real estate questions, you can reach out anytime. So you're going to see my information either at the end of the video or down below. You can feel free, you can call, you could text, or you can email me. That is my personal cell phone. So I'd love to hear from you, love to help point you in the right direction. Or of course, if myself and my team can help you out with your real estate search, we'd love to help you do that as well. So, all right, so we're going to start with the total number of new listings, and we'll start in the city of Temecula. So over the last 30 days in Temecula, we've seen 62 new listings pop up on the market. And then if we compare that to a year ago, we saw a total of 66. So basically just 4 less new listings this year as opposed to last year. It's a 2% change. I mean, it's pretty minuscule, so not really super significant. So overall in Temecula, the new listing inventory is staying about the same. Murrieta, we saw a little bit of a bigger change. So over the last 30 days, we've seen 73 new listings coming up on the market. And then a year ago, we saw 91. So that's a 22% change. That's definitely a bigger variation. And then for the city of Menifee, the last 30 days, we've seen 105 new listings. And then if we compare that to a year ago, we saw 96, or only 96 popping up on the market. So that's a little bit bigger change, about 9% or so. So overall, the total number of new listings, it's kind of varying a little bit for the cities, but more or less about the same. Murrieta is kind of the biggest change, but less than 100 new properties popping up on the market in a given city that has a population of over 100,000 people. That's not very many new listings coming up on the market overall. All right, so the next stat we're going to talk about is the total number of active inventory. So basically this is just the number of available properties that are for sale in a given city. So if I wanted to buy a home in Temecula, how many homes do I have to choose from? So right now in Temecula, there's a total of 208 available homes for sale. A year ago, the number was 213 available homes. So there's 5 less properties this year as opposed to last year. That's really not a very significant change, 2% difference. In Murrieta, it's a little bit more to choose from. So right now there's a total of 308 homes to choose from. And a year ago, we were at 287. So that's an 8% increase in inventory. And in the city of Menifee, right now there's a total of 342 homes to choose from. And a year ago, we were down to 275. So that's a bigger jump. That's a 22% change. And this is kind of an interesting stat because over the last few months, we have seen the active inventory go up and up and up. This month, we're actually seeing that number decrease a little bit and we're seeing less of a change as opposed to what it was 12 months ago. So this is an interesting stat to keep an eye on, over the next couple months as inventory continue to sit. Are those active listings continuing to pile up, or is the market starting to pick up and that inventory starting to get ate up by home buyers? So this is probably the one I'm watching the closest. So I think it'll be interesting to check out. All right, so the next stat we're going to talk about is the average days on market. So in Temecula right now, the average home is selling in 25 days. And if we compare that to a year ago, the average home was selling in 19 days. So that would still be considered a really heavy seller's market. Less than 4 weeks is the average home selling. It is a 27% change, but still very heavily towards a seller's market. City of Murrieta, homes are taking a little bit longer. The average home is taking 38 days to sell, And then if we compare that to a year ago, that number was at 36 days. So 2 days longer this year compared to last year, not much of a change. And then in Menifee, we're actually seeing homes sell sooner. So right now the average home is selling in 41 days, and a year ago that was out to 46 days. So just a little bit faster. But overall, the average days on market for each city is pretty much the same year over year. All right, so the last stat that we're going to talk about is the average sales price. And this one we have some variation between the cities. So Temecula, we're seeing a big jump up in average sales price, but not the case in Murrieta and Menifee. So right now in the city of Temecula, the average sales price for a home is about $875,000. And if we compare that to a year ago, it was only $769,000. So that's a 14% change. That's a pretty big jump up in 12 months. Probably not a true indication of how much homes have appreciated, but I definitely think it's safe to say homes have gone up in value over the last year in Temecula. Worst case flatline, but probably gone up a little bit, 3% or so on average. So 14%, that's a big number. It's probably more of an indicator of some of a handful of high-end homes and a handful of low-end homes maybe not selling, that's showing that big increase. But it's a big number, so 14%, so something to keep an eye on. City of Murrieta, a year ago, the average home, or currently, we'll start with currently. So City of Murrieta, currently, the average home is selling for $690,000. And if we compare that to a year ago, the average home was $720,000. So that's a 30 grand increase, 30 grand decrease year over year. So that's a pretty big jump, that's 4%. It'll be interesting to see how that stat averages out over the next couple months. And then City of Menifee, right now the average home is selling for $525,000. And a year ago, that was at $555,000. So that's a $30,000 decrease in average sales price. So I think these stats can be a little bit misleading. So I don't think Temecula homes have appreciated 14%, in the last year. And I don't think Murrieta and Menifee homes have decreased at all in value. I think that, there's some high-end homes either selling or not selling, some low-end homes selling or not selling that are kind of throwing off those averages. Across the board, like when we're running numbers for clients and whatnot, homes seem to be appreciating just a little bit year over year. Homes kind of trending up over what they were a year ago. And keep in mind that has happened with even this high interest rate environment. So interest rates are still right around 7%, high 6 to 7%. They are still quite a bit higher than they were a couple years ago. A lot of people are expecting that interest rates will drop at some point, but we've kind of been waiting for that for the last long time now, so hasn't quite panned out that way. But the thought is, as interest rates come down, homes get a little bit more affordable, and there's a good chance that might cause home prices to go up a little bit. Worst case flatline, but if not, continue to go up a little bit year over year. So it'll be interesting, to see how this year unfolds. Obviously, no one quite knows for sure, but I can tell you, myself as a real estate agent, the agents that are on my team, my other friends that I have in the industry, we're definitely seeing an increase in activity, whether it's buyer activity or just client calls that we're getting, especially over the last few weeks, now that we're kind of post-election, getting through the holidays, and everyone's getting kind of into the new year. Definitely a lot of people that seem to be getting back in the market, want to buy, thinking about selling, and at least having those conversations. So it'll be interesting to see how the market shapes up over the next handful of months. So hopefully that's good information for you guys. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out. You can call, you can text, you can email me, and hopefully I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.